Hi, it's Claire, your intuitive reader. Am I reading your story today? Let's find out. I hope everyone is doing really well and that this message reaches you when it's supposed to. Please like, subscribe, and comment if this message resonates. I would love to hear from you. So, this is the energy that is coming up in the coming week. And whenever this message reaches you, it was meant for you. So let's see what's going on. Recently, the energy's been a little wacky with the full moon, but I feel that there's been a massive shift, not just spiritually, but definitely physically. I've actually felt it shift almost. I live in California, so I've experienced with earthquakes, and it's actually felt kind of like that. Like there was an adjusting, a shifting in the tectonic plates, and that has led to clarity and a move forward. It was quite abrupt. It was quite jarring, just like an earthquake can be. Even the most small earthquakes can be quite disruptive and frightening. But then you realize that the pressure has settled, and you can go on to your path. Things are a little more stable after that shift. So if you've never been in an earthquake, it's okay. You can still understand it by the the dirt under your feet. Sometimes it settles and then it's a little more stable, but it can feel a little jarring if you're slipping or something, and then you get the ground sort of just calms, and then you're like, whoa, that was a close one. But it wasn't. It was just a shift. So with this full moon being in Capricorn, it's a very physical manifestation of this energy. If it was in a different sign, it's often expressed differently. So I started, I had to shuffle and stuff beforehand because it was very clumsy. So I got the Dreamer, which is the Fool card, and then the Empress. So two major arcana. And so this shift has led to a new beginning, a new way of seeing things, a different way. You've come out of your chrysalis. That has been like a complete and utter change. There is no being the caterpillar anymore. You are the butterfly on this path. And there's a cardinal here. And little dog's just cheering you on, and you're going straight up that path to the gates. And the Empress, like, this is abundance. This is manifestation and creativity, and that's great because the shift has been very turbulent, and it's leading to abundance through this new journey, which is really great. I mean, that's what we want. And speaking of abundance, I pulled some angel cards because I like the word of the day. I'm a little bit of a kids TV program lover, and maybe you guys know what that is. Like when you see this word or someone says this word, we all scream and dance. Abundance. Yeah, so we got the Empress and abundance. I mean, this is the abundance card with the abundance word. So what I also in relation to the Dreamers card, this card is below it. This was behind the Dreamers card, and this is the Nine of Winter. So this is the Nine of Swords. And the Nine of Swords traditionally is a card where you're sitting there with your hands over your eyes, and there's these swords on the wall, and you're just feeling completely, the thoughts and words and ideas are keeping you stuck, and you're going internally. This one I like way better because, see, she is not looking down at her hands, but she's actually looking at the moon. And when she's looking at the moon, she's actually seeing hope. So these are unfounded fears. These are fears of things that really are in your head. They're getting you stuck from going on this journey, because in order to get to zero, you have to go through all the suits, all the numbers. And with the Empress behind the Empress, I got the 5 of Summer. So that's the 5 of Cups. That is focusing on those things spilled versus the cups that are full. There's 2 cups that are full, and wait. Oh. Yes. No. Cups, let's see. I'm sorry. So this would be the 5 of Summer, which is the 5 of Wands. So this is some fire energy. So this is explaining that the reason that you were going through this and that you have to start over this new process is because abundance is coming in. The Empress. You are becoming the Empress through going on this new journey. And there is a reason that every part of your path has happened. And I think you might have thought of it as, like, oh, I'm cursed. Oh, this just keeps happening. This keeps getting in my way. I just can't move forward. There's no point. And those were detours. Those were obstacles on this path, so that the divine could make sure that you were actually ready to manifest and be the Empress. Without the universe just can't hand you something that you're not prepared for. Like if you're struggling with handling the obstacles the divine is putting in your path, then the divine knows that you are not going to be able to handle the successes. Success is just another thing that you have to do. You can't just have success and then you're done. It's a sustained event on your path. So the divine has been putting this in your path, these wands, and saying, this isn't really an out. This is just something I'm putting in front of you to see how you react. Are you still in a place of fear? Are you still, holding on to things that you don't need to? Or are you ready to let all that go and be the dreamer, be the fool, go on the fool's journey to create abundance? So it's telling you that you need to focus on relaxation. I mean, I think that's very hard for a lot of us to remember that in order to be a dreamer, you have to actually dream. You have to relax and be in a place when you're dreaming to bring in abundance. And it's amazing. This isn't going to post at this time, but the moon is right outside the window and it is just glowing. I mean, it was so bright that I kept trying to get a picture and it wouldn't come through because the light was just shining so much it looked like the sun. It was just really incredible. And that kind of reminds me of this. I'm literally sitting in an attic with the moon directly where this moon is. And so use the divine. Be open to it. Open yourself up in your dreams to going through these gates. These gates are the truth. These gates are inner wisdom. These gifts. Okay, I guess there's gifts. Yeah, okay. So along this path, you've had all these stumbling blocks, all these things, these 5 wands, these detours, these issues, and you've overcome them, leading to the gates, which are the truth. And in that truth, you discover how to manifest, how to become the Empress, because you are the Empress. But you have to remember who you are. You have to always remember that the truth is there. But it's going to come to you when you're actually getting some sleep, getting some rest, and really truly relaxing. I mean, I hope this is me very soon in a nice little hammock below some trees and just really focusing on relaxing, focusing on being present. And we also got tenderness. And it's got a black cat. And I was just talking, I have 2 black cats, so I really particularly like them. I've had 3 in total. And a lot of people think of black cats as witchcraft. You know, another thing we can think of as witchcraft is concocting like special face masks or hair masks or, you know, skin moisturizers with all these herbs and things, and saying, and I infuse this with love. There you go. That's witchcraft. Welcome to witchcraft. If you've ever put a face mask on made out of all these herbs and stuff and then said, oh my gosh, this is going to make my skin look amazing, and looked in the mirror and taken it off and said, wow, I am radiant now, you've done witchcraft. If you've ever repeated over and over how much you dislike someone and you hope, you know, they have a million, whatever, you know, horrible things happen to them, and you say it over and over and you really give it all your energy, you're spelling, you're using words to convey energy towards someone else. Remember, we're very powerful. We can create all sorts of things. All the things that exist on this earth are only here, the man-made things, are only here because someone had an idea and they did it. All the bad things and the good things. So you can decide what you want to create with your energy, with your unique humanness. And speaking of that, let's see how, let's see the Wisdom of the Chakras deck. Like I said, I've shuffled all the decks. Okay, that's 3. That's a lot. Okay, here we go. Service. Yeah, so be of service to yourself. Remember that you by giving to others, you are giving to yourself. So that isn't a really important thing. I mean, maybe your path here is to create something that is of service to other people, helps them, makes them feel better. That's wonderful. I mean, that tenderness is vital to being of service to other people. Okay, let's see. Bittersweet. So, as you're sitting here pondering everything you've gone through and looking up at the moon and remembering, you might be blowing things out of proportion. I'm just saying, like, this being of service can be kind of painful because you're like giving and giving and giving, and you're wondering, like, I'm just giving and giving and giving. Where is the manifestation here? So you feel like, oh, I've given and given, and that's kind of bittersweet. It's not. It's the way you're thinking about it. Nothing you've done is in vain. I mean, these cards to me are very similar in the fact that it's like looking up, you know, here at this face, which kind of looks like the moon. We've got the moon here in our reading, keeping us company. And there's just this kind of sad longing. There's this kind of sadness of like, oh, well, you know, I'm worrying. And worrying is not going to help you here. Like, if you're really stuck in your head, be of service. Because when you're of service, you can't help but manifest something because you're moving in a positive direction. When you're stuck in this solitary contemplation, sometimes you forget that it's as easy as thinking abundantly. Thinking about abundance will create more abundance. So I really like this deck. I'm going to try one of these cards, and then I'm probably going to wrap it up. But this just feels like really good energy. You just might be getting, oh, and I don't even know where this card came from. It just was sitting there, top of the deck, the Lovers. Okay, so you're on a new journey. creating something really amazing, birthing something. And I am getting that there is actually maybe a pregnancy here. If not a pregnancy in the 3D where you're like having a baby, that you are pregnant with this idea and it's coming forth. But you know, here we have the lovers, and yes, this could be you. Here is like the self, the moon glowing. But this could also be lovers. You could be bringing in, because you are letting go of because this literally could be a funeral service, and this could be bringing up bittersweet thoughts and being stuck in this very morose place, but letting that go and realizing that everything happens for a reason is leading to a new path and bringing in love and possibly a new life of this love. Maybe it's a fur baby. If it's not a baby, maybe it's a fur baby. There is a kitty cat in here, so maybe you're getting a fur baby together, and that's really wonderful, because this is going to lead to this very enthusiastic exuberance, like you're gonna feel like it's spring. It's gonna go from this, which is like, oh, I've gone through all these hardships and everything, and I'm in contemplation, to feeling like you are literally, floating on air and on fire, instead of feeling like you are, like cautious. And that's leading to the world. So this is a whole new world. I mean, if you think about this, here we are. We're start with a dreamer and end with the world. I mean, man, this has been a journey. This has been a journey, and you are the empress coming into this, finding the love of your life. Beautiful, beautiful reading. So much nicer energy than we've been dealing with. It's so wonderful to have some great positive energy. If this was your energy, great. I mean, wonderful. And if I wasn't reading your story this time, that's okay. Come back, So like, comment, subscribe, and let me know, if this resonated. Let me know what's going on in your life. Maybe I can pick up more on your energy if I understand what you're going through. So I hope you have a wonderful weekend, evening, morning, middle of the night. Whenever you see this, it was meant for you. And I really love you guys. I'll see you soon. Okay, bye.